Wesley, he is like, I'm a scientist here, so we're not going to get into Coldplay songs, but I do feel like Wesley, so he's feeling good right now after that victory.
I love it, James. Art versus science. Who wins?
We can go with the art every time. Okay, Levon Aronian. That's what I'm going with, the creativity and the fun stuff. But this ain't creative at all right now. I'll just tell you right now. Okay, maybe a little bit. Now we get the C5 in there. So was expecting something a little bit more sharper here, but this is pretty good, of course, so far. We got isolated pawns, so we'll see what happens. Maybe knight C6. Oh, wow. Trading queens? Yeah, I'm about to go to sleep. I'm about to go to sleep right now.
This is what they call the Berlin of 1d4. It heads straight to the endgame. Black's king is misplaced. Black has a slightly kind of fractured pawn structure, but everything else is relatively balanced. This one's been worked out to death, almost. The top players have figured out how to draw this as black, but has Levon done his homework? Does he know his stuff? Wesley taking a solid approach with white. And maybe not a surprise, we should mention black has won both games so far in this matchup. So maybe Wesley with white, he's saying, okay, it's actually a disadvantage. I'm just going to get out this game and move on to the next one.
Yeah, and the one player who's burnt this position with black to death is actually Wesley So himself. This is an opening that he plays, so he definitely knows what he's doing. Coming to David's point, Robert, that Levon has to be sure because black still has to navigate to complete equality in these endgames.
Yeah, so many of the top players have used this opening successfully. Your good friend and compatriot, Vida Gujarati, he plays this. We've seen many games, Jan Krzysztof Duda, Shapir Mamajurov, the list goes on and on. But the key to this position is while currently black is up a pawn, those are double isolated pawns in the center in front of the black king, and that king has already moved, and it just moved again, so you can't castle. Will you find true shelter where white has the pair of bishops? That's a critical question. But oftentimes, white has to relinquish the pair of bishops just to get the pawn back, and we may see some obstacle with bishops in this game, and that often leads to positions where they're quite balanced.
And the fact that Wesley So is thinking right now makes me just a bit wary, a bit skeptical that he's actually come armed with a big idea. It does feel like he just wants to take the sting out of Levon's sails, and it does actually, in terms of chess karma,